beautiful South Texas. Dave Bakken, this thing's a little dusty.
Yeah, we got her dirty, that's for sure.
We did get her dirty. We're gonna cover a few of the specs on the R470. Fortunately, we're gonna have enough content out that'll really go into details about them, but we wanna cover some headline specs of the actual bow, but more importantly, we wanna talk to you about how this thing performs in the field. Dave, I know you were up in treestand. Our president, Kyle Campbell, was in tripods, ground blinds. We did multiple stalks. Yep. I might even been sprinting with one this morning, you know, for a couple 100 yards. And when I say sprint, I mean, just imagine super fast, but it wasn't really that fast. But we put it through the paces.
Absolutely. Like you said, this is the new R470. We're super excited about this bow. Awesome footprint, you know, just 26 3/4 inches long. Just over 4 inches axle to axle, 4.3 when it's fully cocked. Technology. I mean, if you want to hit on some of the points here, tell the people what we got built into this bow.
Dave hit a couple of specs. We'll have some more detail that you can look at, you know, online. But one of the things that we really want to talk about here is, you know, we joke about testing. Not really, it's pretty fun. I wanted to talk about 3 of many innovations that are in this crossbow, but 3 primarily. One of them is the HexCoil Cam System. The other one is the TTFS, or the Trac-Trigger Firing System. I like to call it just the trigger box. Yeah. And then the VersaDrive. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is as we're out here hunting, these are 3 things that the end user is going to be able to really quantify how they feel. So, you know, the HexCoil Cam System, it's really the engine. Mm-hmm. We have, you know, you got dual cables above and below. It creates a perfect center line for the arrow to track. We got a premium arrow rest that allows for great accuracy. You know, cam system is not necessarily something you can feel, but as I talked about this TTFS, or this trigger box that moves forward on these dual lead screws, as it's driven forward, it's very smooth, engages the string, but the VersaDrive is something that's really kind of a game changer. It's silent, it's smooth. You put in your crank handle, engage the trigger box forward to grab the string, pull it back. You can let go, resume at any time, and it just stays put. So there was one scenario particularly, Dave, where you and I made a long stalk. We had spotted these hogs off at a distance down in this dried up tank, and they were just rooting around. Opportunity presents.
Yep, gotta
Dave,
take it.
You were like, let's go.
Absolutely, anytime you can. So yeah, that was cool. I mean, being able to stock in on those hogs, I mean, I think what you touched on is just like the versatility of the crossbow. We literally had it in every hunting scenario you could, and it performed flawlessly. So we stocked in on those hogs, and we were able to, you know, single out a big sow and make a great shot at 50 yards. Hog runs off, we're high-fiving, celebrating, and then here comes another hog working down the hill to the same spot. And as you mentioned on the VersaDrive system, we were able to re-engage the crank handle, engage the string again, cock it back, reload, and then make another shot on another hog within seconds. Just the ease of use, the efficiency, the power. I mean, it's melting through those hogs at 50 yards and the arrow just keeps going. I was very impressed. I mean, we put this through the ringer this week testing out this product, and it performed really well.
We made shots as close as 15 yards, and we had a couple that were touching that 60, 65 yard mark. And the stability is just phenomenal. Yeah. So, you know, we talked a little bit about the size on this crossbow, but it's a pretty awesome, perfect weight, 8.4 pounds.
Yep.
And so just the ability just to navigate this crossbow in this hunting situation has been really good. So yep. Not every place is like South Texas and this dusty and this windy, but, you know, our primary demographic are whitetail hunters, hunting in tree stands and ground blinds. And so again, the conditions might be different outside, but in terms of being up in a tree, elevated, or box blind, or on the ground, the same things apply on this R470. And, you know, of course, people would expect us to say this. We work for the company that, oh man, it's awesome. It really is.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, I was very impressed of how it handled. Took on all situations and worked great. I mean, the balance is incredible. So we talked about whitetail hunters and maybe some of their applications. I mean, this will check all the boxes for sure.
Yeah, our president, Kyle Campbell, we had him and, you know, our cameraman set up, you know, off a distance from where we knew these hogs were going to be coming out, and he was able to execute a shot. You know, we had a couple chairs set up deep into the brush, and just the stability. He lost the broadhead on that one. It melted through that hog and stuck in a chunk of mesquite. We might have to go back for that thing and bust it out just for a memento.
I mean, 470 feet per second of just raw power. I mean, it's incredible. That's what's blown me away, just how much power this thing's packing.
Just real blessed to be able to harvest multiple animals and put it in
hogs, javelinas, turkeys. I mean, it's target-rich environment for sure, which that's what Ravin's made for. So
yeah, oh, that's awesome. You know, we want to share, yes, the specs of the bow and it does all this stuff, but things that would really matter to the hunter. It's really awesome to be able to get an opportunity to come out here and hunt and use the product and know what the people that are buying our product are going to be able to experience themselves. So a lot of fun. Dave, anything else that stood out to you, you know, as you were using this? You know, kind of putting you on the spot. We didn't plan any of this. We're between hunts. Yeah. We still got some more stuff to do.
That's what I was going to say. No, I think that's a wrap. Let's stop messing around and go get more hogs.
Yeah, I'm on it. All right. Thanks a lot.